All right, welcome back. Well, for some, a trip to the grocery store is not a big deal, but for others, that's not always the case.
Yeah, in North Baton Rouge, getting there can be tougher for many. Sadon Britton tells us about this problem and what's being done to help.
If you take a look around, there's groceries, but many residents in certain parts of Baton Rouge are saying they're in need of more items like this in their area. It's a grocery store on Florida Boulevard, but these shoppers say they live on the north side of Baton Rouge. They say it's a good start, but the economic development on this side of town needs some improvement.
They need to do a little more for the Scotlandville area and the people living in the Scotlandville area, because most people out there don't have cars and can't get to the big stores and stuff like that. So I think it need to be more done to try to help the community up there.
I mean, you could let Ross's build one of these over there. Find them a good piece of land and scrap it on up.
Councilwoman Shauna Banks says the North Baton Rouge area is receiving support, but
we need someone who will say this is the incentive package that we will offer a grocery store to include in our request for a grocery store. We need to identify land. We have so much air property in this community that is really great, but you know, either the family members don't talk, they aren't reaching out to us, they aren't responding, and all of that hurts the community.
Banks says a grocery store isn't the only thing the Scotlandville area is lacking, and the process isn't easy.
Even as it relates to a grocery store, you have to have infrastructure. We have to have data that talks about how schools are doing, how many, with the residents, the average household. And to get that technical work, we need someone in government to pay for that.
A local produce business owner, Grillin' Muse, and co-owner Kiwana Daniels of The Harvest is Ripe says all hands are on deck when it comes to flourishing the community. They also accept EBT benefits.
And 80% of the community is EBT, so we needed that to be able to meet the needs of the people in this community. Also raise awareness of the importance of fruits and vegetables.
The Harvest is Ripe produce stand is right off of Foster Drive, open from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m., 6 days a week. Their goal is not only to cut unhealthy eating habits, but to build sustainable relationships with their customers and help with the food desert in these areas.
And we're trying everything that we can to make a difference.
Banks says the Baton Rouge Planning Commission will begin to have community meetings and discussions for a potential grocery store in the surrounding areas.
We would love to have a grocery store on the corner of Swan and Scenic Highway. However, it's private, you know, so unless those persons are interested in partnering it with us for the sake of the community, our hands are pretty much tied.
She says the meetings with the commission are held every first Monday at the Jewel J. Newman Community Center, starting at 1 p.m. She says it's open to the public. Councilman Cleve Dunn Jr., where a new Rouse is recently opened, says he's excited for the future.
I'm excited about the one right here in my district, but I know my other council colleagues and other elected officials in the mayor's office are working on plans as well. I took a trip with Councilman Hurst to Houston to look at some retailers out there to bring to his district. I know Councilman Cole is working on bringing a grocery store to his district. Councilwoman Banks, same thing. So this is not the last or the final investment in fresh food and produce in North Baton Rouge. This is the first. We have more to come.
In Baton Rouge, Sadon Britton, Fox 44 News.